Today, we're diving deep into Seoul, South Korea. One of the most technologically advanced cities on the entire planet. But for all its futuristic shine, this absolute mega city of 10 million people was staring down a crisis that threatened to bring it to a grinding, complete halt.
I mean, just one look at the city and you can feel this incredible energy, right? The streets are like arteries just pulsing with light and movement. But hidden underneath all that vibrancy is a massive challenge, one that pretty much every major city in the world is wrestling with right now.
So that really is the million-dollar question. When you have this many people, this many cars, all trying to get somewhere at the exact same time, how on earth do you prevent total and utter paralysis? Well, Seoul's answer is this fascinating story of data, technology, and just radically rethinking what it even means to manage a city. Okay, so first things first, we have to understand the sheer scale of the problem they were facing. Seoul didn't just have, bad traffic. It was a full-blown crisis, born from decades of absolutely explosive growth.
So, starting back in the 1980s, as people's incomes went up, so did car ownership. The number of registered vehicles in the city didn't just grow, it completely exploded, increasing by a staggering 130 times, all on basically the same old street grid. Now get this is the crucial part. While cars were flooding the city, the road network itself barely changed. It only expanded by about 1.2 times. You don't have to be a math genius to see that those numbers just don't add up. And the result was exactly what you'd expect. The city was literally choking on its own success. This wasn't your typical rush hour headache. We're talking about constant, systemic gridlock that was a real threat to the city's economy and its quality of life. Seoul needed a new plan, and it wasn't about simply pouring more concrete. So instead of just building more and more roads, Seoul decided to do something different. They decided to build a brain, a digital nervous system that could see, understand, and manage the flow of the entire city in real time. And that brain has a name, TOPIS, which stands for the Transport Operation and Information Service. The best way to think of it is as the city's strategic control tower. Its whole job is to pull in information from thousands of different sources and create one single, clear picture of how the city is moving. And TOPIS didn't just appear overnight. It evolved, it got smarter. The first version was all about integration, just getting all this scattered data to finally talk to each other. Phase 2 was all about openness, sharing that real-time info with you, with the public. And today, the system is actually predictive, using its huge database to forecast traffic and even manage emergencies. So how does this digital brain actually work? I mean, how does it get this sort of God's eye view of a massive, sprawling megacity? Well, it really boils down to a simple but incredibly powerful three-step loop: collect, analyze, and deliver. First, it just pulls in a tidal wave of data from every corner of the city. Then, its central systems crunch all those numbers in real time. And finally, it pushes out useful, actionable information to everyone from bus drivers to you, just checking your phone. And the scale of the data collection is just immense. We're talking GPS data from the entire city bus fleet, nearly 72,000 taxis that are basically roving road sensors, and a mind-boggling 85 million data points every single day just from people tapping their transport cards. It's like having a true digital twin of the city's heartbeat. And the result of all this data fusion? An information accuracy rate of 93 to 95%. Now, according to the Seoul government, that's higher than any other city in the world. It means the information you get, well, it's information you can actually trust. Okay, so the tech is seriously impressive. But what does all of this actually mean for the average person who's just trying to get across town? This is where the data really meets the pavement. Take the Owl Bus, for example. This is such a great story. It's a late-night service that runs from midnight to dawn. Now, to decide the routes, the city didn't just guess. They analyzed these massive data sets of late-night mobile phone signals and taxi trips to see exactly where people were and where they needed to go. It's a service designed by data for people. The impact on the whole bus system has been nothing short of transformative. In a super congested area like Jongno, bus speeds actually increased by 31%. Punctuality is now so precise that buses arrive within a 1 to 2 minute window. And most importantly, making the system more organized and predictable has led to a 61% drop in bus-related accidents. Now, a huge part of this success was also about physical infrastructure that was guided by all this data. They created these dedicated bus lanes right down the middle of the road. This lets buses just sail past all the gridlock cars, which often makes taking the bus the faster option. It's a simple concept, but it completely changes how a commuter thinks. And when you look at the overall results, they're just striking. After the big 2004 reforms that brought in TOPIS and those bus lanes, passenger satisfaction shot up by 36%. Daily ridership went up, and like we saw, accidents just plummeted. This is what data-driven policy looks like in the real world.
But Seoul isn't stopping there. Oh no. The very system that fixed today's gridlock is now laying the foundation for tomorrow's transportation revolution.
The city has this incredibly ambitious goal. They want to commercialize Level 4 autonomous driving by 2026. Yeah, you heard that right. That means self-driving vehicles that can operate completely on their own, no human driver needed, within certain parts of the city. And this whole future is being built on the foundation that TOPIS created. The technology that makes all this possible is called CITS. It's basically a hyper-connected network where everything talks to everything else in real time. Your car talks to the traffic light talks to the bus, and the bus warns a pedestrian's phone that it's coming around the corner. It's truly the next evolution of the city's nervous system. And ultimately, what this all shows is that all this incredible technology, from the data centers to the self-driving cars, it all serves a single purpose: to build a city around people, not just around vehicles. A place where getting around is safe, efficient, and accessible to everyone, whether you own a car or not. And that really leaves us with a final thought. Seoul's story proves that the smartest cities of the future might not be the ones with the most roads, but the ones with the best data and the most intelligent systems. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What kind of problems could your city solve if it had a nervous system of its own?